Hi, I'm Janet, and this is Ruby. And in this video, I wanted to talk about getting your horse forward, maybe more responsive to your seat and your legs, but also that I want her to be ready to go. And I noticed that she was often responsive to my leg, but she wasn't always ready to go, which caused her then to take a moment to respond. And I think that I found myself waiting on her when I knew that she wasn't ready. So in this little video, I'm going to walk around with the idea of how I want her to feel as if she were already ready and always ready to go. And this is what's new for me, and this is when you change things, it's going to be new for you, and then as it becomes a habit for you, your horse will respond much better. So I want to be feeling of her all the time, and when I think she's not ready to go or even to give me a tiny bit more, I'm going to go ahead and ask. So it's as if you're going to see more transitions from me, and I will ask for a transition when I think that maybe she isn't ready to go. And my goal through this exercise and repeating it for some time is that I become aware of when she is not ready, and I fix it then, that I don't wait until I need to go, and that I also am more clear about my vision, that I have a habit and I have an idea of how I'd like her to feel, and that I stick to that. So visiting with you, I'm going to ask her to stop again. And I do appreciate that she's very quiet. So I'm not looking to get her nervous by this. I'm just looking to teach her to be ready to go. And she's been ready to be quiet. She's probably going to get a little uncertain at first because it's something new for her. As in anything, when you try to get something better, you're changing it up. So they are a little uncertain. So the way I want to go about this is not a way that gets her bothered, but that does cause her to try something different. So I'm just feeling of her, and she feels really good. So I'm going to test myself and think, well, if she's really ready to go, if I just think trot, I should get a trot. And I got way more of a trot than I expected. I wasn't quite ready to go. So you'll notice through this exercise, she's more forward than I'm accustomed to in some of this. I've been working on this. So this is for me to get my body in more of the habit of going more too. So there's two things. One is when I'm working on the go, if I ask her to go and she goes with more life, I would rather go with her and then work on bringing her back instead of letting her run into the front of my rectangle while I'm working on getting more responsiveness and more go. I like to work on just one thing at a time with my horse. So as long as she doesn't run away from me, there she got a little, you could feel she started to slow down. So she was looking back to me to ask if she could slow down. I say that she was asking because I am the biggest thing in her environment right now. So she's energy-wise, she's going to read back to me. And if she thinks about slowing down and I don't do anything, then she's going to think she can slow down. And the first thing that I want to do is it's my seat. And if I don't have that rhythm, and I'm really hooked on to my own rhythm, then when she slows down, if I'm not paying attention, then I will just change my rhythm to match her. So what I'm working on here is not changing that rhythm, but I also am going to work on a transition because not only do I want to keep that nice walk rhythm, I also want to be able to trot at a moment's notice. And I want my horse to be ready to trot at a moment's notice. So in this exercise, if this is something you're going to work on, you can work on your forward and your slowing down. Oh, so there she left without me asking. But again, since I'm working on her going more forward, I don't want to discourage that. So you want to do a lot of transitions. And the moment you feel like your horse isn't ready, and she's not offered me one of those today, she's actually quite lively. But if I felt she wasn't ready to go, I would go ahead and use my leg, and I just use the lower calf. And I want her to respond very nicely to my lower calf. So I'm just working at the walk and the trot here. You can work at the walk, slow walk, fast walk, walk, trot, lope, any transitions. I think it's good to work a transition within the same gait. So your horse isn't thinking about going, just trotting off from you, that they can give you more even within the same gait. And the idea here in this exercise is when I get her that responsive, both to my seat and my leg, but also prepared to go, she's also just prepared to move her feet. And that's going to make it much easier as I'm working on any lateral movements. So I think if you happen to be on this video, you're probably looking for, but if you feel like your horse has pretty good go and is pretty responsive to you for where of the things you have been doing, but you're finding you're trying new movements and you're struggling a bit with those, this might be an exercise that would help you out. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope you have a great ride.